Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Howdy, everybody. We have one more information-packed segment to talk to you about a workshop that is coming up very, very soon, and you do not want to miss it because the information contained therein is something that each and every one of us as proper Guamanians can use. Allow me to welcome Lakita and Karen. Howdy to you both.
Thank you. Happy day.
All right, very good to see you, Karen, as always. You're always welcome back. And Lakita, welcome to our Harmon Studios.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so workshops are always fun. Tell me what makes this one, Lakita, so distinct.
This one is increasing the awareness of sexual assault and violence in the LGBT community and the general community itself. Okay. So we're going to include statistics for the LGBT community. And
obviously this is something that the entire island would want to know about because we have such a positive and embracing relationship with our LGBT community here on Guam.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, including statistics for Guam itself as a whole.
Okay. Let's talk about like what, maybe even on a national scale, like how much of a problem sexual abuse is right now. Because I know from historically and everything like that, LGBT, and we've had many members of the community here on the set, they said, you know, obviously with stigmatization, ridicule being the subject of punchlines, but when you get to actual like abuse, that's a whole nother level, and we got to stop that.
Yes, the rate of sexual violence and assault in the LGBT community is actually higher than the community itself, if you look at that as in itself.
Okay. Karen, you of course work with VERO, Victims Advocates Reaching Out.
Right.
This is the key of your organization's mission and everything like that. So how will you be contributing to the workshop?
Well, we're partnering with GALA this year because we really want to get the word out to the community that we're open for anyone. You know, we don't discriminate, it doesn't matter age, gender, race, culture, sexual orientation, anything. You know, we're open to all. And so we really want them to know that because we think that, well, we know that there are a lot of people that experience not just sexual assault, but family violence too, that don't report. And part of it is because they don't know. You know, they don't know where to go for help. Even though VERO's been around for 35 years, there's still a lot of people who don't know about us. And they don't, you know, they just don't know to call. And VERO can supply a lot of things. You know, first of all, when anybody calls, we listen. And sometimes that's the most important part. You know, they want someone to hear. And then the client really drives services after that. You know, what do they need? And so if they need shelter, we can provide emergency shelter. If they need emergency food or clothing, we provide emotional support. We can go with them if they want to report the abuse. They do not have to. So, you know, they don't need to report to the police or anyone else. They can just call us if they want. If they're not ready to report yet, that's fine. We can help them to get a protective order. They can help go with them down to Guam Legal Services, or also it's called a pro se protective order if they just want to file on their own. So there's a lot of things that we can do to assist. And again, it's just, we really want to get the word out that we're open to all. And we really are. We've you know, dealt with child abuse, younger people. We've dealt with elderly abuse, the older people. We've dealt with all kinds of people, and that's what we're there for.
Short version, you're here to help, and you're ready to go at a moment's notice, and you've got a lot of resources at your disposal.
That's right. We have a 24/7 hotline, 477-5552, so they can call any time of the day or night.
Okay. You brought up something, Karen, just a few moments ago, and I'd like both of your opinions on this, if you would. You said knowledge, and I found that to be like the key word. 2017 was obviously a very, very crazy year. We had all that stuff coming out like from Hollywood, and you know, like a lot of accusations being thrown like back and forth and everything. How exactly is, Lakita, sexual assault and sexual abuse defined these days? Because a lot of people may be doing something that a couple years ago maybe just be like, that's inappropriate. These days, it's actually gotten more serious legal consequences.
Actually, and that's why we have VERO.
Okay.
We're actually going
so back to you, Karen.
Yeah.
Well, sexual assault is any kind of sexual contact without the consent of the other person. So really, if you look at all of these things that have come out, consent is the key. They're saying, I didn't consent, I didn't say yes, it was against my will, it was, so we're really trying to hit hard right now in the knowledge area, as you mentioned, about consent. And consent is not that they said no, it's that they said yes. And there's a difference. We used to say, you know, no means no, you need to say no. And we still tell people that because that's helpful, but really it's did they say yes? And you have to have consent every time. You know, if you've had sex with someone previously and this time they don't want to, if they don't say yes, then it's considered sexual assault if you make them do that. And so consent is really, to me, is really the key word in all of this stuff that's going on right now.
Okay, and Lakita, I'm assuming that consent is going to be a major theme of the discussions that will go on in the workshop.
Yes, Dr. Lisa Baza, the senior judicial therapist, she will also be giving a little segment on that as well.
Yeah, we know Lisa. She's very, very learned at this topic and very, very good resource.
Yes.
Okay, what other types of presentations will be given? And I'm hoping there'll be like some Q&A so people can, kind of collaborate.
As I said earlier, we're going to give statistics on the LGBT community, also the interconnection between HIV and STDs and family violence in the LGBT community.
Okay, so is there any registration that if people would like to come and share, or if there are organizations that would like to send some people down and everything, do they have to go somewhere and sign up, or is there a ticket they have to buy?
They can call me at 969-5483 or 858-6107, or you can email galaguam.pc@gmail.com to register.
Okay, again, it's 2018, and the fact that we have to have these discussions is kind of unfortunate, but people like yourselves and the organizations you represent, I mean, it's good that you guys are taking a stand against this. What are some things that the community should know about, again, acceptable types of behavior in this day and age, and, because the world's a completely different place than we were, 24 months ago, let's be honest. Well,
to me, again, it's consent.
Yeah.
If you think there might be a problem, ask. That's really the clue, If you want to do something, ask. I mean, even like giving a hug, it's really a good thing to ask. Some people don't want to be hugged. Is it okay if I hug you? Is it okay if I, is it okay? That's really the clue. And the other thing I wanted to talk about just a minute is underreporting, because so many people, for some reason, aren't calling for help. And I don't mean reporting to the authorities, but even just to seek help. And it really is helpful. I mean, all the research shows that being able to talk to someone, being able to get that emotional support helps in the healing process. And so, and I think that's why we see so many now finally, as we say, coming out and saying, this happened to me, I'm ready now to talk about it. Because for so long, you weren't supposed to talk about it. Unfortunately, the message, because nobody in the community talked about it, the message to victims was, don't talk about it.
Well, I would think the outcome of what's happened, again, in the States and everything like that, is these topics are now wide open. People are, coming forth with these, and very bravely so.
That's right. So. But, a lot of men still are very reluctant, and that's one underreported area. LGBTQ community is another underreported area. Some of the minority communities are underreporting, and for a whole lot of reasons. But we look at the statistics and we know that it is happening there, but they're not yet calling for help. So that's one reason Vero was so excited to be able to pair with Gala and be able to go out there and say, hey, we're here, we want to help you. Anytime, day or night, call.
Outstanding. Okay, ladies, we thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the information, and thank you for the invite. And good luck with your event.
Thank
you for watching, everybody. That was another episode of KROOM News Extra. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Adios. And good night.